Hey everybody, Wonder Weezum here. It is 1:09 a.m. Tuesday, March 31st, 2015. Just introduced the very interesting bat spin. And keeping with our Undead theme, we're going to pull her from the Portal of Power. And out of all the Wave 4 Skylanders, the most hotly requested one that I introduce and upgrade has been Shortcut. Shortcut, of course, is differentiated from the others, mainly because he's a trap master. He is a shorter dude, but he's got some giant traptanium scissors. So let's get him on the portal and see what he is all about.
Cut to the chase!
Alright. 12 Undead Elements Skylanders collected. So, he is raring to go. I have seen several people tweet about him and talk about how cute and adorable he is, and what's not to love about someone that runs with scissors? You know, it's like everything you're not supposed to do embodied in one crazy, zany, undead Skylander. So, let's go ahead and take a look at his attack damage here. Primary attack, going to be 39 to 58. Eventually we should see it. It looks like he fires off 3 instances of damage. There was our 58. So, Quigley, we want you to cut out of here. Anyway, secondary attack, let's see what it looks like. Oh, what is this about? Hello minions, what are we going to do? Do they do anything? What if we cut them? Let's try spawning them right here. Well, they don't seem to attack this guy. Maybe if we were getting attacked, they would revolt and defend us or something. So, that said, the little puppet creatures are kind of cool. I don't quite know what they're going to do in the game just yet, but we'll figure it out when we do our research on them. That said, let's come in here.
These stats are styling!
Alright, so pretty interesting voice there. Kind of what you would picture with him. He looks like a great character if we could somehow go back. What is it? Why can I not think of the name? Darklight Crypt. There we go. I was thinking of everything Crypt except that. He would be a cool character to take through there and battle Oculus. That's like my favorite thing to do with Undead Skylanders. Apparently, is battle Oculus. That said, let's take a look at his stats. Let me, with that said, get back to the base stat spreadsheet so I can log all this. You know, you gotta research things, make sure they're not printing something inaccurately. Shortcut, his health is 280. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit lower than Crypt King, but hey. Armor 18. Speed 70, I will take that. Critical hit 80. We'll take a look at his jumps and speed here in a little bit. Elemental power we're going to log at 25. So, there we go with that. I'll leave you on this screen. We will revisit his background story here. Shortcut was renowned for making the finest clothing in all of Skyland. With his magic shears, no thread was too thick, no cloth was too bunchy, and no pattern was too hard to follow. But one day a fleet of flying sailing ships appeared overhead, crewed by raucous skeleton pirates. Having plundered a cargo of golden yarn from fortune-telling soothsayers, their leader demanded that Shortcut stitch together a magic hat that would tell him the futures of everyone in Skylands, or suffer the consequences. Not wanting to see his work used for evil, he bravely snuck onto the ship that night and sewed the pants and shirts of the sleeping pirates together, so they were unable to fight. Shortcut then used his magic shears to cut the sails and wrap them around the ship, preventing the pirates from escaping. His brave actions caught the attention of Master Eon, who quickly made Shortcut a member of the trap team, where he now uses powerful traptanium shears to cut evil's future short with every snip. So, cool background story. We will take a look at the powers here. Box stock abilities, Traptanium Shears doing 39 to 58. Press X to snip away with Traptanium Scissors. And then our secondary attack was Phantom Puppets. Press B to summon puppet minions who attack enemies. Sadly, they don't do that to the dummies apparently, so we'll have to research that in a chapter. Next up is Cutting Frenzy. Rapidly press X to go into a Cutting Frenzy. That's fair enough. Nether Needle. Press Y to shoot a Nether Needle and pull enemies you hit in closer. And then we've got No Strings Attached. Cut a puppet strings with Traptanium Scissors to make it faster and more powerful. That'll be nice. They do hang from those strings for seemingly a few seconds before they, break loose on their own. And then we've got Cut Through Worlds. Hold X and release to cut open a rift into another dimension. I don't know what that's going to do, but it should be cool to see, and I hope it does a lot of damage. That said, the top path is called Scary Screamer. It looks like it's going to be primary. Treacherous Tangle. Enemies reeled in by the Nether Needle are tangled up in thread. That sounds cool. Super Snips. Enemies tangled up in thread takes extra damage from scissor attacks. And lastly, Thread Explosion. After an enemy becomes untangled, an explosion occurs, doing extra damage. So, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Bottom path is called Puppet Master. This is going to obviously address our secondary attack, it looks like. Go Out with a Bang is up first. Phantom puppets explode before disappearing, damaging anything around them. Very double trouble-ish there. Then we've got Puppet Population. You can summon more phantom puppets at a time, and all of them do extra damage. And lastly, Paging Dr. Puppets. Phantom puppets can heal you after damaging an enemy. So that's a nice little addition there. Makes that path seem very appealing. That said, over here, his soul gem is going to be called Scissor Stilts. Hold X and press A to walk on the Traptanium scissors like stilts, damaging anything in your path. Something I would be curious about is if you can actually receive damage while you're doing that, or if it's nerfed a little bit. Should be fun either way. Doesn't really impact which path you would take. So that is it. That is Shortcut. Sadly, like I said, we can't really register the damage numbers there, but I cut his string as a little puppet. Let's see. Okay, so only 3 at a time, and sadly they won't attack Quigley either, but eventually they should attack these people, and we'll get some numbers there. So that said, looks like a very fun, jovial type Undead Skylander. That's often the case with the Undead characters. Very cool. He runs around with the scissors. That's his jump. I told you we'd take a look at that. So very similar to High Five. He just kind of keeps his feet in like a frantic motion. He's not quite as quick seeming to me as High Five and Batspin were just now, but he is fairly quick. I think a lot of what makes him not seem as fast, if you're gauging it by your eye, is just the fact he's carrying around a giant pair of scissors. But like I said, this is someone running with scissors, so how can you not love that? But that said, I will get him some cash. We'll try to upgrade him, see if we can't maybe figure out which path would be the best for our playstyle. But as always, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed. Encourage your friends to do the same thing. I'm not one of those conglomerate partner channels, so I need support a lot more than those people do, regardless of what they tell you. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. If you enjoy these videos, you enjoy the effort and the time I put into figuring out, the damage numbers and stats and all that sort of thing, be sure to check out the Skylander Club forum. Tons of information on there. SkylanderClub.com is where you can find it. If you like what you see there, sign up. We would absolutely love to have you. And of course, you can always find great Skylanders information on my own page, oneofwisdom.com. So that said, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you back here shortly for more Skylanders Trap Team introductions.